I think it's cool that we get to decide whether we are a victim or a victor. We get to be the hero of our own lives. We can choose whether we want to believe in ourselves or believe what the world tells us about ourselves. We literally have the choice to choose whoever we want to be. We don't have to let our circumstances define us. We don't have to let our past define us. Our families do not get to define us. At any moment, if we so choose to say, okay, I may have been like this for the past 20 years, but I'm gonna change today, we are totally at liberation to do that. I'm kind of starting to look at life as a game. It's like, okay, we have one lifetime. What will we choose to do with it? We can choose to go to school, go to college, have the job, work at the job for however many years, have some kids, get married, and then die. You can choose to travel the world if you want to. You can choose to build your business, start making videos, whatever you want, you can do it. I believe in taking radical responsibility for my own life. I didn't get to choose what family I was born into. I didn't get to choose my circumstances. I didn't get to choose how privileged I was. I'm just here. But I'm gonna work with what I got. And I choose to believe that whatever I want to change can change. What we choose to believe about ourselves has a huge influence over how our lives are gonna go. When we give our lives over to insecurity, you're gonna let that dominate your world and you're gonna live your life through the lens of not good enough. How much are you missing out on life if you choose to do that? How much of your freedom are you gonna give away? We become slaves of whatever we choose. We're gonna be under subjection to whatever we accept for our lives. The thing is, no matter what we choose, it's never gonna be easy. It's not easy stepping out on faith. It's not easy to change. It's actually very painful to change. Being in the unknown is difficult, but doing something you know you're not aligned with is also difficult. We get to choose. Are we going to accept the difficulty to attain what we want and what we're aligned with in our lives? Or will we choose the difficulty of being a slave to the things that we don't really want, but maybe it's reliable? Maybe we're accepted on this path. Maybe we are less open to judgment from other people. No matter what form of difficulty we choose, I don't think that either one is right or wrong. We are just deciding what we choose for ourselves. Taking radical responsibility for your life and yourself requires courage. It's going to take courage to go against the grain. It's going to take courage to be misunderstood by people. It's going to take courage to not know what you're doing sometimes. It takes courage to go after a dream. It's kind of like, are you going to set out on the path to become the butterfly version of yourself? Or are you going to remain the caterpillar? Are you gonna let life make you its slave? Or will you dominate and conquer whatever life hands in front of you? Either way, it's just a choice. Choosing yourself is hard. In my life, I want to only do things I'm aligned with. I don't want to waste my time on things that are not for me. And what that looks like is if I no longer feel aligned in the environment that I'm in, then I leave. If I feel a greater call within myself to go after something that's been on my heart for a long time, I'm going to start it. I'm going to do it. I would rather try and fail rather than get to the end of my life wishing that I had tried, wishing that I was brave enough. No, I choose to be brave right now. Sometimes we don't succeed in life like our peers because we're on the wrong path. They are in alignment with whatever they are doing, but you know that that's not in alignment with your personality. That's not in alignment with your talents or your gifts, yet you're just trying to follow the crowd. What has God put inside you? What vision has He given you? What is the burden on your heart? It is in your blood. Whatever you are created to do, it's in your DNA. It's in your expression. Don't suppress yourself. You can choose to live boldly. You can choose to live in a way. You can choose courage. I am an advocate for taking life by the horns. If you like someone, tell them. Imagine being so infatuated with someone, being so in love with them, and then keeping it to yourself and allowing that opportunity to escape you because you fear rejection, because you fear losing, because you fear that you're not good enough. We gotta get comfortable with losing, with the possibility of failing. Because if we live life only doing what's sure and what is comfortable, we might end up missing out on the things that are actually for us. Some things we're gonna try and we're gonna fail, and then there's other things that we're gonna try and we're gonna win, we're gonna succeed. But you will never know if you always play it safe. Taking radical responsibility for your own life is kind of like having main character energy. Wouldn't it be so wild if you just stop living on autopilot? If you hate the place that you are in your life, change it. If you go to a job that makes you miserable every day, and then that misery is bleeding out onto other people around you, your loved ones, people don't even want to be with you anymore because you're always miserable. Well, you have the liberation to free yourself. You have the liberation to start looking into another career path. Start being aligned with yourself and decide what will make me joyful. What will make me happy? What are my talents good for? What area in life would my talents and my gifts be best in? If the people who you are around drain you, if they don't make you feel good, if you feel negative after hanging out with the people in your life that you're around, it's time to create a new social circle. And that's not easy, actually. Like, we all know it's a bit more difficult to make friends as an adult, and you really do have to be intentional to bring new people in your life. But as I said before, you can either surrender to the autopilot and the mundane things in life and not seek out more for yourself, or you can do the hard thing and you can change what you don't like. If you're someone who believes that all you have and all that you've been given is all that there is, and you want to continue to believe that way, then that's okay. That's your life. But when you see other people chasing their dreams, don't be jealous. Contain your envy. Don't try to discourage them. Just because you were afraid to do something doesn't mean that another person shouldn't go after what they actually want. Let's all take radical responsibility for our lives. We get to choose. So, what will you choose for your life? Are you an artist at heart? Do you love to paint and draw and create? Well, start doing that. Start putting yourself out there. Start putting your art out there. If you have things to say it. Open your mouth. The world deserves to hear you. You're here for a reason. And I think you should share yourself with the world. And I think that you should give what you have to offer. There are people who need whatever is inside of you. You may say, there's already too many people. The market is too saturated. There's no place for me. Well, you and another person can be doing similar things, but they take to you more. They take more to your personality. And maybe that other person's audience won't gravitate towards you. Maybe they'll gravitate towards that other person. But regardless, you are called to a certain people. But regardless, there are people in life who are waiting for you. They need to hear it or see it come from you specifically with your delivery. They need to hear it come from you specifically with your voice, your personality, your talents, your vibe. They're waiting on you. Don't worry about how many people are doing it. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, if you acknowledge God in all your ways, He will make your path straight. So don't worry about those bumpy roads. Give it to God, trust in God, partner with God, and then go do whatever you were created to do. Thank you for watching my YouTube video. I do hope that you got something out of this. I hope it was encouraging in some type of way. And if it was, please comment and let me know. Anywho, blessings.